Hey guys, it's me again, the jerk who left you off on that cliffhanger. Yeah, did you enjoy that? I hope you did. I sure did. Hex didn't.
I fucking hated it, dude. I had to wait a full few days for this shit. Ugh.
And again with the late recording time, man. We are on a perfect streak with this.
Yeah.
To die or not to die? That is the question, isn't it?
Tonight we're recording at 2:09 for him and 3:09 for me, I think.
It just gets later and later.
Are you
Who
an
needs sleep?
hour behind or after me?
I'm out behind.
Okay, yeah, cuz I'm at EST, right?
Yeah, and I'm at CST.
Okay, cool, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I want to just hop right into this. Come on, you can do your beginning explanation.
So, you watch All Might in dismay only take Izuku off. Yep, and then you feel increased pain through your arm.
Ow. Ow. I'm like, Hagakure, are you there? Because I'm about to. And I
You
just.
start falling, and then you see a slightly pink, very, very, very soft arm and chest just comfort you as you fall.
You are. I'm gonna go to sleep. You might want to tell the teachers to bring Bakugo to the infirmary. I think I'll be fine, though. I say, extremely exhausted.
And flip this for me.
Huh? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep, flip it for me. Ted's. Hikage somehow was able to hold up your body weight as you suddenly go limp.
I'm only like 120 pounds. I'm very light. I'm 6'1",
Yeah, but
120.
she has had no physical training.
True.
What would you do if you were just weak as a noodle and someone just suddenly just put their whole weight into your body?
True.
So she holds you, and much to Minetta's supposed displeasure, he does the math quickly and figures out that your head is probably resting on her chest, which just pisses him off. And yes, I'm purposely keeping away from Izuku just to torment you even more.
Uh,
Well, the day passes, and Aizawa came down to the training grounds prepared to hit you with a book, but he didn't because it looked like you already got hit by a train full of them. He abruptly asks, "What happened to this idiot?" And everyone just calmly says, well, he fought Izuku, and well, Izuku is. I don't know how Izuku is, but he's fine.
okay, I fought Izuku full strength. The Nomu could barely do that, so I don't know. I'm pretty proud.
uh,
Hmm.
the normal could though.
Well, no. Remember, he dialed down his power. Like, I know it had sock absorption, but he even dialed down his power. He didn't go 100% in his arm because his arm didn't break. I know sock absorption would have helped the Nomu, but his arm would still have broken because it can't contain that much power and expel it at the same time.
The whole point of that Nomu was to take all of All Might's punches and nullify them in its entirety, which would have, in fact, negated the actual impact force, which would have just absorbed his energy. So it wasn't shock absorption; it was more like energy absorption.
Mm-hmm. We can dispute this a different time, but I'm still proud.
Yeah, I'm actually proud of you. Even though we did change some stuff up, you did rather well. And now what happened to Izuku happened to him, and it's all your fault.
He'll be fine, I think.
You hope.
He was still breathing, so.
You didn't check.
Oh.
So you are basically carried off by Higakure and your father both, because turns out muscle is heavy.
It really is. I'm like fucking 5% body fat. I'm like 6'1". I'm gonna change that to be like 160 because that would just be on feeding or fed if I was 120 at 6'1". Because even
Yeah.
muscle was like very good.
190 even at that point is like okay.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Um, Aizawa and Hikakure drag you slowly over to uh Recovery Girl, as Bakugo was already pulled over there by Kirishima earlier. Best boy. Best boy he is. Move on, little buddy. Um, uh, basically, they leave you right next to her, right next to Bakugo and Izuku. Izuku, who has full-on respirator,
Oh God, what did I do? What did I
and
do?
Bakugo has a splint on his neck.
Well, I technically crushed his Adam's apple. If she kissed him, he shouldn't need a cast because I didn't snap his neck. I
No,
broke his
a
Adam's
splint,
apple.
not a because he doesn't. They don't want Bakugo's neck to move.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like healing still takes time, and yeah. And well, you on full get basically a cast iron cast because the teachers are worried you'll break it if you accidentally move against it.
Wait, what?
Because of how your quirk works, if any
Oh
part of your
yeah,
body touches one of these points, anything can break.
true.
So they basically have reinforced steel upon that's been reinforced like 20 times, and basically they stress tested the shit out of it. They're still weak point, but they're all on the outside.
Yeah.
So you you sleep 3 days away.
Jesus.
Um, it was to the point where you went into a semi-like coma, but you were kind of half conscious for all of it.
Hmm.
It kind of felt like that in a constant state of when you just wake up and like you know you have to do something, but your body won't move.
Yeah.
It was that, except you were conscious for 3 whole days straight, but you never got tired. You were just in that state. After 3 days are up, you shoot up right in bed. Basically, well, a whole bunch of people are like, well, you have been transferred to an actual hospital at this point.
Mm.
While the nurses are like looking in at you and Izuku both. Izuku even attached to more things now.
Jesus. He like broke an arm. Why is he so broken?
Do you say that as you first wake up?
No, I'm saying this out of character. It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna
It will
like
make sense.
I'm gonna look around as I say, why is he attached to so many things? I thought he just broke an arm.
Well, for some reason, after whatever you did, he couldn't breathe on his own.
My character suddenly realizes that his power is more dangerous than he thought, and if he fights back with the equal power given, that he could end up killing someone he is friends with or wants to be friends with. This
Um,
immediately
uh,
kind of
out
creates a
of
phobia
DM,
of
like
his.
speak here? No
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah, this kind of creates a little bit of a fear of using his quirk on people now because, if he did this just by punching an arm, then fuck it, he's probably not going to use it often anymore.
Specifically, the point that your character is remembering, Chrono is remembering the last thing that he remembered during that fight, like before the final conflict was over and before he passed out, was his eyes seemingly instantly drying out, focusing on a single point where it made a red point that almost was non-existent, turn larger, and turn the darkest shade of black that he has ever seen. Like for the people at home, Vanta Black.
Mm.
Yeah. Basically it absorbed all light, and that's the if he your character just suddenly realizes that for some reason, unnaturally, he's scared of black.
Don't say that.
No, I just mean the color black, not black.
No, he's just
So,
scared of his quirk entirely.
well, I guess you need to go through that redemption arc then, huh? Oh boy. So, as you look over Izuku, you now notice that there is a gold point on him, right on his forehead.
My character's scared to press it, but it's not red, black. It doesn't seem harmful.
You've never seen black before, though, and it did that to him, and you're scared about what the other points would do. What did your character do?
My character's going to look around and realize they're in a real hospital with real things. If this point is bad, worse than the black one, he will be able to get him help. So he's going to cautiously press the gold point.
As you do, more energy is sucked out of your body, but this time it feels different.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like it's purposely being dragged out of you. It feels like you're willing it to leave you.
Mm-hmm.
As you're doing so, you see this gold point grow and grow and grow until the black point that remained on his palm is encompassed in gold.
Mm.
At that point, the gold point starts shrinking abruptly, pulling in the black point and pulling the black point into your body.
Oof.
Then you feel like you've slept for 5 days. Like straight. You are so full of energy.
My character, trying to hide it down, says, you awake yet? It's thinking that this might have done something to Izuku. Even if he doesn't, even if he isn't awake, he's still gonna say that.
You look at the monitors next to the side, and after you remove your hand and the gold light fades, there seems to be sensors reacting to certain things on his body, which get the nurse's attention.
I'm going to try to form another gold point, but this time I'm going to try pushing some of my excess energy into him.
The more you try to focus on this gold point appearing, the harder it seems to come forth. There is no more gold point, and you can't force a gold point. That's what it kind of seems like. And the more you try, the more you start getting the feeling of it's pointless even if I do this.
True. I'm gonna walk away as the nurses come in.
As you walk out, the nurses start gasping, and someone frantically starts saying, "Someone call UA!" As you are now fine, you will also get a nurse to call your father to come get you from the hospital, of course.
Why are they telling everyone to call UA? My character wants to investigate this. He's going to ask, "What's up? Is he in a worse condition?" Hoping no one saw him.
People are too surprised to answer you.
Please, someone.
Do you push your way through?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you push your way through. It takes a bit because a lot of medical staff have been perplexed about this for 3 whole days of why he wouldn't wake up.
Mm-hmm.
You suddenly burst into the room and you look at him and you see his eyes awake and he's looking at you calmly.
I'm going to say, if you're fully conscious, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do whatever I did. I got carried away. I do a bow as I say, I hope you will learn to forgive me. And,
So, I'll be outright honest with you guys and do it. You kind of fast-tracked the plot a little bit.
Whoops.
Deku's quirk directly lies within his soul, or that's how it kind of seems to me. So, what that deep, dark pit of a point did was basically knocked his soul out of function.
Oh.
How do I put this? It basically made his soul think that it was not necessary anymore, which basically put him into a state like he was when he first met Shinzo in the battleground, where he had lost complete control of his body, and he could do nothing, but that's the first time he saw the presence of the other users of One for All.
Mm-hmm.
He had 3 whole days now to talk to those people.
Oh, God.
He doesn't know how to regulate his body, but he knows how to regulate his power somewhat. So, this should at least make the tournament arc a bit more interesting.
Oh, yay. Once I see that he either acknowledges what I said and or is not at all, compliant, I'm just gonna walk out.
Like he just nods at you, just like a more confused than anything. But he knows you did something, and he doesn't know if he disliked it or not.
I'm gonna walk out as I'm just going to wait for my dad to get there. My character could walk
That,
back to school, but he's too lazy at the moment.
Surprisingly, Isaiah showed up.
I say, "Oh, hey, Dad," and I look immediately at his person to see if he has any books.
With these sighs, like, do you really think I'll throw a book at you right as you get out of the hospital?
Dad, this is not meant to sound offensive, but yes. Yes, I do.
You are correct. Flink.
Come on. You said I feel extra energized, right? Could I have, like, advantage or something?
Roll twice. Call it.
Heads. Oh! I don't need it.
Alright. You dodge it? No. Flip again.
Tails. Damn.
You dodge it. You did not grab the book and throw it back at him.
I didn't want to. I knew that would get him to throw another one at me.
No, the whole point of it would have been a twitch reaction.
True.
Because you are hyper.
I'm just gonna walk forward as I nod to him and walk past us. I'm just gonna get shotgun seat in his car.
So, how was your 3 days of rest?
Weird. Just weird. You said I was conscious, right? Did I see anyone visit me?
Yeah, you think you saw your father only leave your side about an hour before you woke up. And if you look at him, it seems like he's a lot more tired than he usually is.
Oh no.
Do you acknowledge this or not?
He's a stoic man. I'm not going to do that, no.
Oh, and Higakure visited constantly.
Oh. No, squishy cheeks.
While you were away, though, while Aizawa was away, Mezu was teaching the class, and as you walk in, with Mezu there, the students look terrified as they look at Mezu.
What's going on here?
Oh, nothing. So you're back now, Aizawa? Yes, sir. Well, then I'll leave you to it. And the students look just happy when he just starts walking into the room, and then he stops, looks back at them, and is like, "Remember, children, I'm always watching." And then and then even Bakugo shivers a little as until he walks out of the room, and then they just kind of like half collapse on their desks.
I'm going to, as if nothing happened, because my character will not acknowledge that he probably almost killed a student. Because if he does, then he'll acknowledge that he is dangerous and he cannot think about that at the moment. He's just going to sit in his chair with kind of a blank look on his face, as he's not really perfectly there. Sort of.
Todoroki kind of pokes you with a pencil, like, "I thought you died."
Todoroki did?
Yeah.
I look at him in a dry voice and say, "Almost wish I did." Just look back straight.
Todoroki just says to himself, "That bad, huh? I've been there." And, well, Aizawa, in his tired state, does class a little sloppily, which is weird for him, but understandable.
Yeah.
Like, it was still a great fucking class. Like, he covered everything important. He just almost passed out right before he finished his sentence.
I notice he's really tired, and I say, do we have hero training today?
Yeah, you do. He kind of pulls up a schedule and is like, Class B was supposed to go, but I'll talk to Vlad.
If it's not too much, since I'm your teacher's assistant, I can run them through the drills.
Oh, okay. And just out. He just like, he doesn't even get time to crawl into his sleeping bag. He just goes thunk.
I'm going to unzip his sleeping bag and put it over him as like a blanket, and I'm gonna put his head under the under like say my backpack, and then I'm gonna look at the rest of the class and be like, "All right, everyone, put on your gym uniforms and meet me at Ground Alpha."
The girls are like, "Oh, you care." Then all of a sudden, thunk! A book is in the back of your head.
I don't even acknowledge it. I'm just too dull, and I just start walking out of the class.
To the students' confusion, he seems to have thrown the book at you and is asleep.
I wait for everyone to get done changing, and once they meet me, I bring them to Ground Alpha, and we just start training. Wait, is this the trip, or is this just training?
I was wondering the trip, but the attack hasn't happened yet, so no.
Yeah, okay.
As you are about to leave the school for the training, though, yeah, let's speed up the attack because shit has happened differently, and All Might's been in the hospital.
Oh,
Yeah, so, as All Might returns, there's a flood of news reporters, obviously, but as he gets into the school, about 5 minutes later, as you're walking out of the school, you hear a boom.
I immediately, like, say, "Everyone get your guards up," and I just start running forward as I signal them to follow.
The majority of them are frozen. Bakugo doesn't listen to you, and Kirishima follows you obediently. So does Todoroki.
I just look at them appreciatively. "Thank you, guys," I say quietly. "I kinda needed this." And I run forward to see what the hell's going on.
As you run towards the front gates, you see a flood of reporters coming in.
I immediately just make a weak point on the ground as I punch the walkway to like make a giant like crack in the area so they can't go any further. As I say, "Nope, no."
Bad. As you do this, Todoroki, seemingly understanding what you're doing, creates an ice wall to trap them into coming in a straight line towards you. Right, like with ice.
Now, what just happened and who let you in? As I'm just trying to like punch holes into the ice wall so I can start climbing it so I can get over the wall to see who let them in.
The only thing you can see is as the flooded reporters are flooding in, you can just see a man dressed in all black suddenly just disappear in a purple mist.
Oh, now that is worrying. I'm gonna hop down from the wall as I'm looking at the reporters. "Please leave. I'm sure there's some sort of alarm going on that will ruin all classes that are happening right now. You have to have some sort of sympathy for this school, right?"
What is it like being a student of All Might?
"I will tell you if you leave the walls."
Flip it.
I'm honestly going to tell them if they leave the walls.
Call it.
Eds, yes.
Oh, well, they somehow believe you, and push back through the walls, and Todoroki, as you walk out, with also Kirishima, because he has to do something, like helping you push those who do not believe you out through the gate, Todoroki seals it again with ice.
Alright, you asked what it's like to be one of All Might's students, right?
Be as ruthless as possible.
Inspiring, sort of scary, and a lot of fun. All Might has had a lot of experience in life through hero training and hero wing in general. He's a really good teacher, and is that all you need to know?
As you started actually responding, a whole bunch of cameras just suddenly turn towards you, and everyone just shuts up, and you just see a lot of flashing lights. And then someone says, "Go on."
He so far has proven to be one of the best teachers at UA. My father, currently holding #1 spot, but there's always a battle there.
Who's your father?
He's known by you guys as Eraserhead.
Like there was sometime like my son was like Eraser had a son. What? When?
Yeah, he
How?
also had a wife a while ago. Anyway, we're not trying to get into my father's history. You asked about All Might. He has shown a little favoritism, but that's proven. It just has to happen. Everyone has their favorites. It's sad, but it's a fact of life. He has proven, yet again, I will say this twice because some of you weren't recording it before. He has proven that being a hero doesn't always mean saving everyone, but trying your best to. If you're asking about All Might's teaching, he shakes his hand back and forth in midair. Let's give it an 80%. He knows the basics. He's also really good at being a hero, so why wouldn't he be good at teaching people to be heroes? My character's like asking this as an actual question. Why are you guys actually asking this question if you guys should already know the answer?
The news reporters don't flinch in, don't even like hesitate in a moment, and like, who's his favorite?
Uh, it's hard to tell. He has a few. I will not share their names because I don't want them to become a target of the media. Me, that's
Are
fine
you
because
one of
I
them?
have the choice.
So
No,
yeah,
I
they
am
asked,
not
are
one
you
of
one
his
of them?
favorites. I'm pretty sure he kind of despises me, but let's just not talk about that.
Like even more flashing and bright lights as people like start muttering things like, "Oh, this is a great headline. Oh, my hates a student. This is what it sounds like."
Alright, is that all? Any other questions?
Mm. Like there's a visible moment of hesitation as I actually think if there's another one that I want to ask. Who's your mother? It's like a single like creepy old looking reporter asks.
She has been dead for a while. Did you ever actually say her name?
Nope, because as always, never told you.
Well, I don't honestly know her name. I know she was a great hero, a support hero at that apparently could boost people's powers. But that's all I know. I don't know her name. Or her hero name.
With that, Todoroki kind of like builds you a stairway out of ice, and then after you climb up, he like turns into a solid block of ice that just like juts out from the front gate.
I'm gonna hop down as I bro hug uh, Kirishima and Todoroki and say, "Thanks, you two. That was a big help. I think we might have stopped the school from a great panic." As I look up towards the windows, was I correct?
Honestly, flip for this because Ito's outside. Tails.
Heads. Uh huh. I win.
Panic with the dude. Your actions caused the whole school to shut down.
What?
No, like physically, like everyone was just watching in
Oh,
shock.
okay, okay. I'm gonna
You
just
moved faster
nod to
than the
everyone
teachers did.
watching. Huh?
Yeah, no, you moved faster than the teachers did, and they just stood by and watched, including Aizawa, who was, as you just noticed, standing on the wall and kind of smiling as you copied his 80%. Hard part of moment, but as he notices that you notice him, he stops smiling.
Oh. My character's going to say to the class that froze, "Alright, you guys need to work on that." I look at Bakugo. I understand if you don't like me, but I am the lead of the class. You physically have to listen to my orders if the teacher is not around, which in that case, he wasn't. If you're going to be so disobedient, I can't say that word today, disobedient, then I will bring it up to the principal, and you can be moved from Class 1A. Is that what you want?
Bakugo just like, you can see kind of small explosions happening around his hands as he clenches his fist. It's like, no.
Thank you. I'm not going to try to control you. If I give you a vague order, just try to follow it next time. And I just completely ignore him from then on as I say, Everyone must have froze. Let's go to training. We still have time left, and I want to get you guys going through those drills.
As Azora sees this, cracks a smile again, knowing that no one's looking at him. And I'll take this opportunity to explain why we never did the whole class representative thing. It's because in this situation, the class representative would always default to the teacher's son.
Basically, it's because my character has most. Not, I'm not saying he's the smartest because Momo's there. We can say he's within the top four, we'll say, of intelligence. That, and he's been raised for basically being a teacher slash commander.
Yeah, Aizawa would not let anyone else be in that position, so he just like whenever it came time to like do the class representative things, like I've already chosen, just sit down.
I'm gonna look towards as always I say, hey, could I ever elect a few people to help me with this, like vice presidents almost?
He just raises his hand as he instantly goes back to frowning. Choose whoever you want.
I look at Higakure. You for self ops. I look at Kirishima. You for brunt force. I look at Todoroki. You, because you understand me. And then, last but not least,
VP all the way.
I look at Momo and Ida and say, you two, because you're generally intelligent and good at what you do. I don't blame all of you for freezing this time. It was a little odd looking at all of the people flooding in like an ocean.
I feel like there's a song in there somewhere, but I don't have the brain cells to think of it right now.
Neither do I, dude. Anyway, let's go, and I start leading them to the area.
The training goes about, well, like, as well as everyone who's currently afraid of you because you instantly reacted to something.
Why
Like,
would they be
you know how
afraid of
people
me
are.
for that? Wouldn't they be like...
It's more like shock.
Yeah.
It's like the same way how someone would react to someone like during a bank robbery. Like someone was crazy enough to jump up and take a gun from a robber and like start reversing the situation. The people who see those in that situation are usually panicked and will try to avoid them.
Yeah, I'm just
That's
showing them
what they're
simple hand-to-hand. I'm going to, once everyone's getting down the hand-to-hand movements, I'm going to start putting them into pairs on skill level.
So who's with Meta?
I will personally fight Mineta because I can't trust him with anyone else. I'm gonna have Higakure and let's say Ochako, but for Higakure, I'm just going to say sorry about this, and I'm just going to pour some like chalk dust over her so Ochako can see her movements. Then I'm gonna pair Mina with Todoroki. I know it's odd. Then
No, it makes sense.
yeah, Kirishima, Bakugo, because
combo
they're
together.
closest friends. Yeah. Then I'm going to have... Fuck, I need to pull up the list, because I don't remember everyone.
That's fine. You don't need to go into specifics. Just go through the main people.
Yeah, the main people. Alright, I'm going to have Sue paired with Ida. I'm going to have... fucking Izuku. Wait, Izuku's not here, is he?
Nope, Izuku is in a coma.
Ojiro...
Oh, no, he just got out of a coma.
Ojiro is going to spar with the arm tentacle boy. I forgot his name, but it's like Mezio Shoji or something.
Just call him Shoji.
Yeah. Last but not least, we're gonna have Denki paired with Jiro.
Ah, yes.
And I'm fighting Mineta as everyone else that I didn't mention probably paired up on their own.
Roll for disappointment.
No, I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to be an actual teacher like my father would be, but better. I'm not going to say that in character.
Hence, roll for disappointment. You're mimicking your father's teaching style.
No, I'm not. I said I'm being better, more understanding, and I'm trying to help him realize that his quirk could be actually quite good. I'm going to say, alright, Mineta, aside from the perviness of you, you have quite a decent quirk. What did you call it? Grape rush or something?
Yes, but I don't know. Hold on. Yes, but I don't want to hear shit from you.
I'm not gonna give you shit. I want to tell
No,
you what you can do.
he thinks he's upset at you because, to put it bluntly, you got booped before he did.
Alright, Mineta, I'm going to put this out straight. Same thing I said to Bakugo applies to you. I really, really see the potential my father sees in you. Your quirk is strong. And I'm full on flattering him so he'll fucking see me as something other than a boober. And I just want to help. I want to help you reach that potential that everyone sees. Obviously lying. So please, just for like an hour, listen to what I say, and then eventually you can just stop listening to me entirely. Except for vague orders. Remember that. That will always be a thing. Okay? Please. No.
Fine.
Alright, so what I read of your file is those balls you pull off of your head stick to everything but you. You can actually bounce off of them, correct?
Yes. He
I
says
think
concisely.
I think we could make this an actual fighting style, one of your own. Then you would really have the ladies. I wink at him.
Ooh!
Alright, so how many of those balls can you pull off your head before your head starts to bleed? That also said something in your file.
He gets physically confused and then just starts pulling them.
Yes, we'll find out. Don't waste those. Don't waste those. I'm gonna be like
He's
trying.
like dumping like 5 balls on the ground.
All right. Try to jump on those as you would a small trampoline.
He does so, and he flies up about 2 meters.
Once he's like coming back down, if he's not landing on his balls, I'm gonna catch him. Then I'm gonna put him back down. All right. This next part will be a little painful, but I think I have something that can help you with that. I'm gonna reach into my back pocket and pull out some Willow's bark. Which, if you don't know, chewing on Willow's bark will numb pain for the next like half hour, and I'm gonna give it to him. Alright, you shouldn't really feel it, it'll be more like a pinch. But I want you to start exercising that scalp of yours. We can start training you right away. And once he starts pulling it off, I'm gonna say, alright, your combat, let me just explain what I can see. You can put a ball down and launch yourself on it. You might need multiple. But then you're in the air. Momentum. You want to keep that momentum by being more aerodynamic. As I jump in the air and show him a good kick. Basically, try to do that in midair at me. Jump, and then I show him what I would do onto his balls. And then do that as I do the kick in midair and land. Shut up. On his grapes. There we go. How does he do?
Roll it twice. I'll call it. Tails. Okay. Tails.
Nice.
He does everything to your specifications, to his own surprise.
Great job! Now we can start learning how you can do that and trap people so they can't escape your kicks, like I did. Alright, so you want to be throwing balls at the ground where you're going to go, and with your other hand, throw it at their feet. Try to hit the land either behind or to the side of their foot. Seeing you jump into the air at them will make them try to dodge, but when their foot gets caught in your balls, they'll be stuck right for where you can kick them. See my plan?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have him do it to me.
As this goes on, you're starting to get a lot of attention from all the other students because that is being decent.
See,
which
guys,
is confusing them.
I'm not trying to
you
be
don't notice this because you are
Oh.
full on like in teacher mode right now, but everyone's confused, especially the girls, because they all thought you hated Mineta.
My character doesn't hate anyone in the class. He dislikes Mineta and dislikes Bakugo. But he has to at least have some fondness for all of them, because if not, he might not save one of them if their lives are in danger, and that's not what a hero would do. See?
I'm sorry about the thumping, but my dog decided that was the perfect time to scratch her ear.
It's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to be teaching him this. I'm going to be showing him multiple moves where he can also use it to, like, climb walls, to climb people, which I don't really want to teach him because the weird things he could do with it. But the last
Honestly,
thing I
it's
teach him,
best to teach him how to climb walls.
yeah, the next thing I teach him is, okay, Mineta, want to know one of the biggest things women see in men and are attracted to?
Yeah, he
Honor and
said.
bravery. I know it's hard to muster sometimes. I used to be kinda like you, not the perviness though. If you really want women to be attracted to you, show that you are honorable and brave. Don't be trying to squeeze tits every day or making sexual jokes. Try to mask that stuff in, keep it in, and then say it online or say it to someone you can call a friend.
You fool! You just reminded Mineta the internet existed.
I don't care what he does in his private time. So, I really hope you have learned something in the last hour and a half.
He will not be dead last in the foot race. Well, no, he wasn't dead last in the first foot race. He might be dead last now because he won't try to hitch on Sue's back. Congratulations,
No,
you fucking
now he
idiot.
can no wait, now he can bounce on the ground. I taught him that. Now he's basically probably as fast as Bakugo or Todoroki.
Yeah, but the problem is there's one problem with that, and that would be the
Ropes?
cavern run. But we'll
On the
get onto that
ropes,
later.
he could just stack a bunch of them and use all the force from all of them to bounce from cavern area to cavern area. Remember, that's in a while, and I'm trying to train him to start pulling more and more off every time we're doing these training segments.
Yeah, but I thought the balls couldn't stick to each other either.
They can. If he
Oh,
throws them in a pile, it can. They
oh,
don't
okay.
stick to him and only him. That's why they're so good in combat. And that's why I'm trying to show him the true way. And I'm trying to actually mold him into, like, someone I could be proud of.
I see.
Because generally, I feel like Mineta's quirk could be used so much better than it is.
It could be, but he's an idiot. So even if you do train him, I'd say he'd at most be able to become a C tier classmate.
Mm-hmm. That's good enough, as long as he's not dead last, because I really want his quirk to be used how it should be. That's what I'm teaching him. Yeah, that ends that training session.
So time goes past, and good old USJ.
Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's see how long we've been recording. Oh, only 42 minutes. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, we can do this whole
I was
thing.
about to try to check that, but I couldn't tell where to look.
Yep.
Alright,
I'm not even gonna ask what that sound was because it sounded like you were speaking into a fan, but whatever.
It's me yawning.
Yeah, that day comes. I'm the one that tells them, alright, everyone, just for the sake of it, I don't know the inside of this bus, but just in case, let's go up in a line. I hope they've earned some more respect from me from the time that they've seen me being like an actual person.
Well, they'll listen to you because if you're Aizawa regardless.
Alright.
But they seem to listen to you more calmly now, especially after the whole front gate thing.
Yeah.
Except Bakugo, he purposely stands outside of the line, but that's just him being angsty.
Bakugo, you get to go in last. Lucky you.
no, and Aizawa's like, yeah, you're gonna sit right next to me.
So, stand in the line or sit next to scary old Aizawa over there. I obviously am making a joke. Like, not making a joke on Aizawa's expense, but you know. I'm trying to blend into the class more.
Yeah, Bakugo looks at Aizawa, then looks at you, then looks at Aizawa, then looks at you, then looks at Lion, and butts in line and stands right next to Kirishima as you feel the presence of a book.
I smile, and I just let it hit me. I barely react. Once everyone's in, I say, Dad, you can go first, I'll sit next to you. I'll make the sacrifice, I mutter under my breath.
Everyone looks at you and is like, thank you.
Yeah, I'm assuming Mineta would be next in line.
I was like, oh my god, thank you so much.
Yeah. And then once
Oh,
we
you
go inside
sure
and see
you
it's an
didn't want to
open
sit next
bus.
to a certain someone?
Huh?
Are you sure you didn't want to sit next to a certain someone?
Well, technically, do you remember the layout of this bus? It's very open, so technically I could be sitting next to Aizawa's seat, like behind his seat, and then be sitting next to Higakure at the
Yeah.
same time.
It, regardless, they still go into the order that you assign them in, so it works out.
Oh my god, my character's so proud. He says, "Ah, you guys make me glee."
No, like they just kind of sat in orderly fashion because
Yeah,
you kind of organize them because you're more aware than Ida, so
yeah,
you organize them in their friend groups.
yeah. Alright, I'm gonna
So
sit
they didn't
down.
have any complaints. They just moved on wherever they how they sat, and then it just worked out.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is way better than I thought it would be. Wait, has Izuku returned yet? I'm assuming it's been like weeks since that thing happened.
Oh yeah, it's been about a week, and Izuku is back. He's
I'm
back.
going I'm going to be like as we're on the no, like before we both board, I'm making sure everyone else is boarded first. I'm gonna say, okay, Izuku, I am very sorry for what I did. I got carried away and I should not have done
Izuku just waves off like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Nothing bad happened. 3 days is nothing. No, not at all.
that. My character chuckles as he says, "You're too nice. One day it's gonna be your downfall." And we both board.
Part of me wants to be a dick and leave this off here because I
We're
need
only
to
at
prepare for
46
the next
minutes.
episode.
We're only at 46 minutes, my guy.
I know, but we had a how long of a last session?
Yeah, but that was like a few days ago, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Like the last session
We
of the
had
game.
it was an hour 26 something minutes, so we should at least go to an hour. Come on.
Okay. Well, this is going to be going a lot more in-depth conversation than I planned to. I need to plan for the USJ attack more.
Mm.
Um, the students like are all talking hushed because Aizawa is this time actually riding in the bus with you instead of taking a different bus up.
Yep.
So everyone's more quiet and notes.
Higakure.
Hagakure, uh, Hagakure and Ochaku,
Ochako.
Ochako. Too late, man, for this shit. Um, they are like kind of talking. It it's quite obvious to those near them that they're talking about Deku and you respectively, but only you can really see that Hagakure is blushing, and everyone can see that Ochako is blushing, but you can't hear what the hell they're saying.
I'm going to try to ignore it as I look towards it. I was like, okay, so currently I have like 6 because I chose Kirishima, Todoroki, um, Momo, and
Ida and come on, you know.
I don't think I. Here. Higakure. So that's 5.
Yeah,
I want a 6th. I'm going to ask, hey, Zoe, hey, Dad, can I pick one more? Just one.
He waves his hand again. He's like, "Do what you want."
Okay, cool. Izuku, you're one of the staff now, or one of the student body president, sort of thing. One of the student
Huh?
body.
No, he looks at you, just starts shaking. He's like, "Nope, nope, nope, nope. That's not for me. Nope."
Okay, you might say that, but you thought quick enough in that battle to realize that the only way you were going. Or, no, I'm not going to say that. You are quite intelligent, and you know a lot about the hero work. You deserve this role, almost more than I do. So, if you are really, really sure you're not going to have it, remember, everyone else that wants it has it, basically. I have picked the best team, and I believe you should be on it. Kirishima is the front kind of tank of the group. We have Todoroki as the armorer, or the sort of range unit, you could say. Higakure has the stealth, I point to her. We have or I already said Todoroki. We have me as the old decent guy, I guess.
I love how you just calmly downplay yourself, like, yeah, I guess I'm alright.
Alright, so who else do I have? So I have me, Kirishima, Todoroki, Hagakure,
Ida.
Ida, and
No,
Momo. Ida is
Momo and
the
Ida.
yeah, Momo is the support who can make us weapons if we fail. Ida is our speed unit. He can get around the area quickly and well precise.
Izuku points out the one thing that everyone else in the class has been wondering, and like, why are you acting like you're preparing the student body council for war?
It's an old saying of mine. Prepare for war even if you don't want to go. Prepare for war prepare for war but hope it never happens. See what I mean? I also saw a very strange man when the door was basically disintegrated and the people were flooded in, or the news people were flooded in. I saw a man jump through a mist, sort of purplish black mist. He seemed very sketchy and kind of odd to my eye. I almost wanted to
Irola
think
seems annoyed
yeah,
every
I
time you say this because you distinctly forgot to tell me you told him.
I didn't. That's the thing. I'm bringing this up now.
Yeah. A
So
week later.
this might yeah, so I'm preparing us just in case that guy shows up again. I don't think it will this time, but just in case. And Izuku, I said everyone else's role, but if you do join this body council or student body council, you would be the strength tank. You're like a glass cannon. Sorry to be rude.
He kind of like nods.
You can
That's
take out
fair.
a whole group of people with one hit. I don't know if you figured out how to channel it better than before, or not channel. I don't know. I don't know if you've, you know, grown your quirk or anything, because I don't know exactly what your quirk is. You never really told anyone. But if you have,
Suspicious eyes all around.
yeah, I didn't mean to bring it up like that. Anyway, I just know that your quirk is some sort of reinforcement quirk that is very powerful. And I know you have a true passion for becoming a hero. So, joining the student body might help you prepare for that, because we have more responsibility than the rest of the group.
Do you say this while looking at a certain someone?
Aizawa? No. Oh, no. No. I'm still saying this towards Deku, because I'm trying to get him to join.
Yeah. I thought you had said this while looking at Bakugo.
No. You're a quick thinker, and most likely tie me in strength. Well, I probably beat you in skill, but you definitely beat me in strength. I will not think of myself as a better than you. That is why I'm inviting you to this council sort of thing. A group of the professionals. Bakugo could join if he had a slightly less temper. I look at him with this part. And he would listen a little bit better. I'm not saying he has to, but when he is finally ready to join the group, then I will invite him, of course.
Your words are met with a kind bite me.
I'm also hoping by the end of the year, everyone in this class will be part of this group. It will no longer be the student body council. It will just be us improved. I say this as my speech ends. But I ask a question. Do you want to join? It is your choice, Izuku.
Flip it. I'll call it.
Okay. Do you think that was a good speech? Like, that should have been a Vantage at least.
Yeah, tails.
Alright, advantage.
Go ahead again. Heads. Fair enough.
Thank you.
Damn it, it gets hard for me to write for Izuku because his personality is so cut and dry.
Izuku, if you have any worries about being in public, we could say when we announce this group that you're not quite in it until you are ready. And even then, I can help you with it. I've had high expectations from a lot of people for most of my life, so I can deal with the pressure as I look towards Isal with like a sort of you know what you did expression.
You see him holding a lead book.
I look back towards Izuku quickly as I say, but yeah, if you ever need to talk about a lot of pressure, I don't know where you would get it, but from this group we'll say, come to us, as I wave at the people currently in it.
He looks down, thinking for a moment. Looks at Todoroki, then everyone else, then back at you, and then just goes, I screech. The bus stops.
Alright, you have the entire USJ experience to, or the entire field trip to decide. When we get back at school, I will need your answer, though. Okay?
He kind of nods while still thinking.
I look at Aizawa and say, you want to lead this time? I smile at that.
He walks up to you and, like, purposely bashes you in the side of the head with the book.
I'm just like, ow. Hit it harder. I like obviously fucking with him.
He punches you this time.
Ooh, I say as my fucking head cocks back. I'm doing this until he stops.
He activates his quirk on you, then just starts pummeling you.
My character wasn't using his quirk.
Yeah, no, he wants to make sure that you cannot stop it.
My character just oohing and awing in amazement as he says, see, class, this is a true beatdown, right? Learn some things from this.
Other students, some are confused, some are scared, some are laughing their asses off. You know which one.
Yeah, Mike, I'm just waiting for him to get calmed down, and when he does, I'm just gonna push him back and say, alright, let's leave.
You can go now. He calms down after like 2 minutes of thrashing and is like, I feel better.
I can tell, as I just wipe a little bit of blood from my mouth.
Oh, if I could only be more descriptive of how that flurry of blows was punching you and cutting you. Oh, God.
I'm going to say, well, he seems to be kind of quiet after that relaxing beatdown on his son. Everyone do the same sort of lineup formation as when you got into the bus, and we shall exit. And I just step out, basically being the teacher now.
We were about to say that everyone should line up and do the same, so I'm like, oh, God. Don't do it.
What'd you say?
I thought you were going to say, everyone line up and do the same.
No. I said, everyone line up in the same formation as before, and we shall exit the bus as I just step out as first. I don't know. What do you think I've been doing so far as student council president for this?
You have been training an army.
Huh?
You have been training an army.
Basically. I'm preparing for war.
You're making this harder for me.
I know, but in the end, it will be more fun to the viewers to see the people that they think could be better be better. As Bakugo, he's a self-teacher, not gonna lie.
Bakugo is probably because of the extra stress. I think I have a plan for him.
Oh no.
Because some things have to change because the story is going in a completely different way, but I'll leave that for later. But please note that right now, how you're interacting with students will have a deep repercussion later.
Why?
Whether they're good or bad, that is up to how you interact with them.
What? Bakugo wouldn't turn villain because some dude in class disrespected him. Do you remember that exact same conversation in the anime?
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean.
I think I'm being generally nice to everyone.
No, that's the thing. You're improving them, giving them more attention, but more on that next time.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna file in an orderly line into the USJ.
As you open the doors to basically see a woman that you are very familiar with in spacesuit.
Hey, 13, I say kind of childish, because, you know, she's always fond of children.
She says, "Hello, darling. Welcome to the USJ." And I think that's where we're going to have to end it.
Oh, fine. Yeah, we left it on a good note there, sorta.
Yeah, I was trying to leave it off on a good note of like you just talking to. You never did get to talk to her, but
Yeah.
yeah, I
Alright,
tried.
well, if you guys enjoyed this yet again, like down below and comment. And we'll see you later.